2, 1.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about nightshade poisoning in dogs, and I'm specifically talking about deadly nightshade because there's many different plants in the family. So that's what it looks like. So that's like the flowers, and these are the berries that are very poisonous on the plant. So it's native to North America. It's often found in like shady, moist areas, hence nightshade. So it's considered a weed in most areas, like Illinois, I know, especially I kept reading that it's a weed there. It's rarely used in gardens, but it can be found in gardens, obviously. But it's also one of the most toxic plants found in the Eastern Hemisphere. And it's also poisonous to humans as well, so don't eat the berries. So basically, it can, like all parts of the plant are toxic, but the roots are the most toxic. And it contains the alkaloids, atropine, I don't know how to say the other ones. So the alkaloids have
Cholinergic.
Yeah, properties. So they block acetylcholine in the central nervous system, and that inhibits parasympathetic nerve impulses by blocking the binding of acetylcholine to its receptors. So basically, it disrupts the ability of each nerve to communicate to each other. And since the parasympathetic nerves are responsible for involuntary movement of smooth muscles in the GI tract, the urinary tract, and the lungs, it can be very fatal to the dog. So the symptoms can be seen within 30 to 60 minutes, and they can last 24 to 48 hours since it represses the digestive tract. So usually you'll see decreased heart rate, dilated pupils, your dog will salivate a lot, your dog will start to basically not be able to walk very well because the coordination is lost. They'll be disoriented and they'll start to have like hallucinations. And since it blocks acetylcholine, they will be paralyzed in their involuntary muscles, so their breathing, that's why their decreased heart rate. And then internal paralysis of the central nervous system can be fatal. So the treatment, you basically just want your dog to stop eating it. So as soon as you see it, you take it out of their mouth and like flush their mouth with water. You can induce vomiting with activated charcoal. And if respiration is depressed, you use artificial respiration, and then your animal should recover within 24 to 36 hours. But if you're seeing internal paralysis of the central nervous system, it's usually deadly, so just don't let it get that far, basically. That's it.
Okay. Questions or comments? Anybody have, I think I've seen this out at our place. We live out in the country, so.
Yeah, like if it's usually in the woods. Like
Yeah.
if you have a dog that just runs around in the woods, like be on the lookout for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't really have anything to do with animal health, but do you think this is where they got Nightlock from?
Maybe, I don't know.
That's what I was thinking too.
Hey, but this isn't The Nightmare Before Christmas because she uses deadly
Nightlock?
nightshade.
What's Nightlock?
Nightlock is something they made up in the Hunger Games, and it's blackberries like that, so it looks, I'm sure it's the same.
Okay, there's a question over there.
I was just curious if dogs were more induced to eat them because there's a special plant called horse nettle that actually has a yellow berry, and our goats will eat them, but once they eat them, they're salty, so they will eat more, and that's the reason why
I
it
think-
becomes more toxic.
Yeah, I think the berries are sweet, so like if your dog starts eating them, they're like, oh, this is really good, so they keep
Okay,
eating it.
yeah, and dogs, you gotta remember, are into sweet stuff. That's why they like chocolate, and that's poisonous. They tend to like, and I think cats aren't really big sweet eaters, if I remember right, so they're not as likely. But I guess, you know how puppies are, they're inquisitive, and I could see a puppy getting into some trouble fast with this.
Would that be because they're obligate carnivores and so it's not the sugars or carbs?
Yeah, it might be. It might be, I mean, you're talking about the cats not liking
Yeah.
sweet stuff. I don't know, it could be, I don't know. It's just, it's very famous that dogs like sweet things. So antifreeze that you have in your car radiator, if that leaks out, that tastes sweet, I guess.
Yeah.
Chocolate tastes sweet, this tastes sweet. They love sweets, and they get in trouble fast, I guess. That'd be interesting. Do birds eat these berries? Does anybody know?
I can give one to my bird and see.
Well, no experimenting. Because you know, sometimes animals have tolerances to certain chemicals where others can die. I don't know. Other questions about this? It's very interesting.
She's 40. She needs to kick the butt.